Yo, what's up, everybody? So, first and foremost, I want to make it clear that this is not going to be a video like my last video. That video was pretty doom and gloom, but for good reason, because this game is pretty doom and gloom, and MMO genre in general is pretty doom and gloom. And if you think otherwise, you have a very strong mental. I'm proud of you. But MMOs have been on a decline for many years now, especially MMOs coming from the East, aka Korean, Chinese, etc. And these companies are pretty much doing a social experiment with the West and, of course, their own audience in the East, seeing how much money they can grab before the game eventually closes down. That's kind of been the pattern for the past couple of years on Eastern MMOs. But maybe there's hope for Throne of Liberty. Now, of course, the reasons why these changes occurred is, of course, because during that May test in Korea, as you can see, NCSoft stock plummeted. So that kind of got them in gear to kind of try and make some quick changes to appease more. Even the Koreans weren't happy about that beta. And as you know, the West definitely wasn't happy about that beta. But needless to say, at least NCSoft is not completely incompetent, and they saw that the game had some problems and they didn't just said, we're going to release it anyways for a PC. I mean, not really a PC game, it was a mobile game back then with Astral Hunting. Oh, sorry, Action Combat, as the Amazon article called it, but it's just auto combat. But regardless, there is some hope for this game. This game has very good foundations. As you saw from the May test, the game looks beautiful. It ran okay. Of course, optimization just is an uphill battle that MMOs have struggled with for pretty much ever. But who knows? Maybe with the upcoming years of development and the little changes for the small amount of period of time, because I believe they want to release at the end of this year, and that's probably just going to be a Korean release, and then global will have to wait for whenever Amazon and NC just link up and get the okay. But at least we'll have a version to look at and see. I mean, I don't think anybody in the MMO community likes different region releases. I mean, look at Blue Protocol. So much hype for that game, and like every YouTuber just reviews of the game says it pretty much is not great. And then the whole hype dies down, and eventually when it comes to global, all the people that wanted to play have already played it, blah blah blah, whatever. Just, they need to stop doing different region releases. But anyways, let's talk about Throne of Liberty. Now, of course, the whole NCSoft stock drop, it's pretty much what propelled this whole decision to change combat in their developer letter from, I think it was like 2 months ago or something like that. Don't quote me on that. It was right before that the NDA technical test that people took part in, and it looked good. They actually had, they had some good changes. You can actually move while using skills. The combat didn't look as stiff as it was in that May test, and it was a step in the right direction, which is nice. It's nice to see game developers actually understanding some flaws with their games and making changes. But my concerns about that is that this game is still planned to release at the end of this year. Now, everybody knows the catastrophe of New World, how they switched development. I think they only had 3 years when they switched development. I think New World was in development for 6 years when they started developing. When did it get revealed? In 2016 it got revealed, and then the game went ahead and released in 2021, and the game was originally a survival game. Survival game mechanics such as eating, drinking, just a typical Ark survival, typical Rust, and now it's an MMO. Of course, everybody knows 90% of its player base dropped within the first few months. Complete failure. I mean, the game is technically a success. It still has a pretty decent player base. People still play it. People still go back to it, spend money. Yes, of course. But as a company, if you see a 90% decline of anything, that is not a good look. But anyways, my point in bringing up New World is MMOs cannot thrive and be complete and come out complete with such a small amount of time and developmental cycle. And Throne of Liberty was originally a lineage game. It was originally a top-down Lost Ark lineage game, and it went through multiple iterations, multiple layoffs, multiple design differences between the team until we get what we have now, which is Project TL, Throne of Liberty. Now, how long was that in development for? Not that long. I think it began in 2017 when they finally decided the project will be Project TL. And of course, it was originally pretty much a mobile game, a mobile AFK battler. Now, of course, this changed with the previous developer letter. They said they took out at least the Astral Hunting, which is the AFK combat, or the previous test. And of course, that test was NDA, so no information about it is out in the ecosystem. Maybe some YouTubers got some insider info from people who played, and those people DM'd them, whatever, but you can't really talk about that info. But hopefully the game did have a significant change, and hopefully it got a lot better. But my concern is still that, of course, they still plan to release, and even I forgot, I don't know what, is this the producer? Yes, the producer of Throne and Liberty. Even he has a little excerpt snippet where I'll post it and show you a little picture, but I think he said something like, it's worth daring to call the end of development at this level. Of course, Google translated, not one for one, but yes, it is very daring that this is the end of development considering what we saw in May. That is not enough time to change a game completely to where you want it to be. Now, of course, the game could be good. I'm sure all the Lineage players will enjoy this game, and I'm happy for you that you actually got a new game because the game is beautiful. It looks great. It looks like it ran great, at least in the few YouTube videos I saw. Of course, that was just YouTube. Maybe it ran worse on their PC. Whatever. But this game will definitely get some attention for the first few months. But unfortunately, in my opinion, I think this game will be just another Bless Online, another Revelation Online, another Swords of Legends Online, just another game to play for maybe a year, and then it'll eventually shut down development. But I could be wrong. But I've played lots and lots and lots of MMOs, and I just know how the cycle goes. And you can tell at this point what's a cash grab and what isn't a cash grab. Of course, they said it wouldn't be pay to win, but then again, Lost Ark said they will temper their pay to win, and you just watch Shroud just constantly buying gold from Amazon, completely legal, and that's what they considered tempered. So let's see what Amazon considers a tempered pay to win approach for Throne of Liberty. I guess we'll see. But other than all that, I do believe there's some hope for this game. I do believe this game could be a little bit of fun, and it will definitely have a small little niche player base for sure that will last and keep the game going, since apparently Lineage is like super popular. I really hope on November 2nd they announce a global release, not this KR region release and then global. That's gonna kill the game for a lot of people. A lot of hardcore guilds are just gonna play on KR and then just come dominate the meta on global. This is one of those games, and it looks like one of those games where guilds will control everything, and having a big like monopoly guild and strong guild will just like kill the game, because the game looks very PvP focused, at least from all the previews and the whole May development test when you were watching streamers stream the game and all the YouTube content creators. Like every world boss is PvP enabled, so to get the boss you just have to have like big insane numbers and just PvP. But regardless, like I said, should be fun. Let's see what happens November 2nd. Hopefully in this small amount of time they can make some big changes. The game needs a lot more in my opinion, judging on what I've seen in the May test, of course. And honestly, that little change of combat wasn't enough in my opinion, and I don't think the time they had changed combat enough, but we will see. Now, my closing statement is pretty much to temper your expectations. Don't come into this game thinking it's the next thing, the next amazing thing, just because of Amazon or whatever. Like I said, this game should be a little bit of fun. This game will appeal to a good amount of people, but if you're playing something like WoW or Guild Wars 2 or Elder Scrolls Online or any long-standing MMO, BDO, this will probably be a game you just play to experience that 1 month honeymoon phase of MMO and just go back to your old MMO, which nothing wrong with that, of course. I personally am glad that they changed it from the whole mobile aspect, because honestly this game does not deserve to be a PC game. Of course, I'm talking about the May test, not now. But considering they decided to change, I think this game deserves at least a try. I mean, it's free. Is it gonna hurt? Just your hard drive, probably like a few 100 gigabytes, whatever. You can always uninstall. But I do have some hope for this game. It looks like it'll be quite a little bit of fun, and hopefully this game changes over the years. As we see with New World, New World does continue to improve year after year, surprisingly. Pretty sure some of New World players don't agree with that, but outside looking in, the game does seem to have some improvements. I didn't really play New World too much. I probably got to like level 60, quit because, god, that leveling process was awful. I did come back for the, I think it was the Sands or something like that, expansion, and started on like a fresh start server when the Greatsword came out. Played until like level 50 and got bored again because, I mean, I just don't enjoy New World combat. It's okay, but I mean, it's definitely better than the May test of Throne of Liberty, leaps and bounds, but New World is just not really a game for me, and that's okay. The game doesn't have to be for everybody, and whoever enjoys it. And the same can be said for Throne of Liberty. The game does not have to be for everybody, even though they kind of advertise the game is for all. I don't really think the game is for all. But yeah, that's just my opinion, my stance. And hopefully November 2nd we get some really big like changes to the game, especially from the May test. Hopefully the NDA technical test went well enough and all the feedback was like well read, and it seems like they're very confident in releasing this game, so I'm kind of excited to see what they have for us in November 2nd. But of course, like the title of this video, temper your expectations. Now, I want to thank you all for watching. I didn't want this video to drag on too long. I want a quick little update video. My last Throne of Liberty video was so bad. Please don't watch that. But I think it got the point across that MMOs need to stop trying to be a cash grab, even though I still believe this is kind of a cash grab. But hopefully I'm proven wrong. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in Throne of Liberty whenever it comes out. Maybe I'll see you in the KR server if there's a KR server. God, I really hope there isn't. But needless to say, I do plan on playing this game. There's nothing else out right now, and I'm an MMO player. I don't really want to get back into a 10+ year MMO and have that learning curve. It's not really fun as a competitive player who plays like at a top level in every MMO. Of course, that's not like a boast or whatever. I'm addicted to MMOs and I'm a degenerate. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe, drop me a follow on Twitch. I play a bunch of variety games. If you want to come hang out, ask me questions, etc. And hope you guys have a great day. Take it easy. Peace out.